Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Hello, early learners, and welcome back to the art room. Do you notice something different here in the studio? There are balloons and confetti, and there's treats. I wonder why that is. Well, we're almost ending school in the first part of June, and today is my last time on the floor with you until after summer is over and school begins again. So we wanted to thank you for joining us every morning and starting your day out doing art and talking with Miss Laura and all the other teachers. But we're going to finish up our session with an artist who comes from Russia, just like Chagall. Her name is Sonia Delany, and she married an artist. And sometimes when people saw Delany at the bottom of the painting, they thought it was her husband, but it was really her. And a thing that happened to her, she was making fabric. And how it all started was after she had her child, she remembered all the beautiful fabrics that she saw in the peasant homes in Russia. And she used those kinds of fabrics to make a quilt for her son. And when others saw it, they thought, I need that fabric. So she started decorating cloth that could make quilts and dresses, and you'll see, if you look her up on the internet, I brought a book from the library that is so giant and full of all of the fabric that she made, and she even made garments or clothing that people saw, and it had her name on the bottom, and it was all quilted, but she's really known first for her circle art, kind of like Kandinsky with his concentric circles. And when she was first born, she had her mom and dad raising her, but then she went to live with an aunt and uncle. And they had a place in Finland, and they took her all around to all the museums, and she became a very famous artist by her artwork and all of her knowledge about art. So all week long, we're going to be doing art that uses circles. And so what is in the mystery suitcase today, I actually put it on top so I didn't have to keep opening it, but you'll want to collect a bunch of different things that you can trace for circles, because we're going to put circle inside of circle inside of circle, just like a concentric circle does. We learned about it, I think, first when we talked about rain, and when the rain hits water and it sends out a circle, 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 and it keeps going till it finally, the vibrations stop. Let's take a look at Sonia Delany, and then we will look what's in the suitcase. Here she is. It kind of reminds me of the Princess of Polka Dots, because she has this scarf on with lots of polka dots, and a lot of her art are concentric circles, and this one is called The Target. And what we're going to do is draw a big circle, and then draw a smaller circle, and a smaller circle, and a smaller circle, and you can put as many circles that you want, or if you want to just only make a couple and then put patterns in there, that's fine. Today I'm going to use pastels. I'll tell you the materials we're going to use during the week. Today I'm making my circle art with pastels. Tomorrow we're going to use tempera paint, so you'll need paint and brushes and water. Then on Wednesday we're using chalk pastels and a black permanent pen each day I'm bringing. And then Thursday we're going to do cut and paste, so you'll need your scissors and your glue or glue stick and colored paper. And then the Friday we're going to do watercolor pencils. And I just saw some at 2 different stores for an inexpensive price. But if you want to use watercolors, you can do that and just draw it first with a pencil. So let's take a look what I brought for the mystery suitcase today. Let me set these things aside. And here it is. Do you remember this tool? This tool is called a compass, and I put the rubber point on it, and I made a big giant circle when we did the Earth Day Earth. I brought it just so that you know there is a tool especially designed to make circles. Then I have these that I've had since 1970, and it's a plastic template, and you can buy these in any office stores if you need one, but you really don't, because look what my third thing is. This is a bowl I sometimes put my salad in to take to school. I have a lid to a container, a different sized lid, another different sized lid. I have a lid to a medicine container. I have a lid to some kind of hair product, and I have a lid for the stuff I use to make my curly hair not wild when I roll down the window, and then I can use the bowl itself. So if you don't have circles with you right now, stop the video, go collect things, and we can get started. Or you can just watch from where you are and we'll start the art. Let me pick up my table, bring it up. I'll bring down the inspiration, the target. I didn't even greet you and sing our good morning song. Mondays I kind of have to wait because I think, oh goodness, we have so much to do when we look at the mystery. But we'll sing goodbye. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to start out with a pencil, and then I think I'll outline it with my black pens after that. So I'll put these right up front. Now, I've seen people do this, but they start with the small one and then make the next bigger one, but then you can't see that small one. So I like to start with the big one. And to make the target, I'm going to use my biggest circle. Remember, you can put it anywhere. Hers is right in the middle of her paper, but I think I like that one because since it's a Target. You know what a Target is. You know the store that has that name, and it has this logo outside, but a Target is something that you keep your eye on, and you can shoot it with an arrow, or you can make sure things are on track. So here's my first circle. Maybe I'll outline it with the pen now so you can see how big mine is. And I kind of put my hand here and do short start. Turn it, start at the same place, short, and stop. I start at the same place. Try not to leave my pen there very long or it makes a big old dot. I do this. Some of you might be able to continue the circle without having to stop. I just have a hard time doing it, so I'm showing you my strategy. There we go. There's my first one, and meet. Perfect. Now, do I want one this big? Yeah, I think I do. So I look to see it has almost the same distance all the way around from the one I already drew, and I'll go around it. Oh, yeah, that's good. I think I'll do the outline of it too so I can see it. When she did this, she ended up making little pie shapes all the way around. And you can decide if you want to do one just like hers or not. And so I'm just going to separate this so that kind of like how she did so you can see. I'm trying to make each one almost the same size because she then colored it in blue, green, blue, green, blue, green. Do you remember what that's called when something repeats itself over and over again? Starts with the letter P. That's right, it's a pattern. So I might do a pattern with mine. I might not do blue-green. I'll have to see when I open up my pastels and see what color I think would look good on it. There we go, got down to the last one. Now her next circle is smaller and she put polka dots in that part. Let's see if I can make one. Oh, this is a good size, maybe a little smaller. Is this one a little smaller? Oh, it is. Since these things won't be damaged if I just use my pen, I think I'll do that. Some things that you use, your permanent pen will make a mark on it and it won't wash off. So you won't want to do that. If it's something that your family is just letting you use today, they'll say, oh no, use a pencil, the pen will make a mark on the edge of it. And so you have to listen and say, okay, I'll just do it with my pencil and trace over. But I want to get started coloring so you can see how I make my color combinations. Oftentimes I will choose colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, which are called analogous colors. But sometimes I just want to do them and have them be a really different color. Maybe I'll make the one that's the complementary color, which is right across the road from it on the color wheel. Will this one be a good size? Oh, that one's too big. Oh, there, that one looks good. can see through it. This one I don't mind if I get ink on it either, because that's kind of what its job is. She did curly stripes around the edge. I think I might do, oh, I do like her curly shapes. I hope I have time to color this in pretty much. Just curling it around. And I'm trying to make them kind of even around the edges, but if it doesn't, it still will look good. You just decide what your pattern will be. And in the middle of hers, oh, I can use my ruler. You might want to bring a ruler each day too, because some of the ones she did, she made sure that they were split in half right in the middle of the circle. So here we go, and I'm going to look. I make my little mark so I can see if it's exactly in the middle, and I can't be exact unless I measure, but this looks pretty good. Okay, I think I'm ready to color. I'm going to move all my circles out of my work area so that I can really be free with my pastels. I'll put them back on the suitcase because I think tomorrow I'll use them again and I don't need to put them away. But you remember about your art materials. Put your art materials in a safe place so that someone who's smaller than you doesn't get into them, because art materials and furniture don't go together very well. Alrighty, now I can make my choices. And you know I love pink and orange together, and so I think I will do that on the outside. So I'm going to do this. I've talked to you about when you're changing colors using materials, it's best to just stay with that one color before you change, because watch what I'm talking about. If I decided I'm going to do pink, orange, pink, orange, pink, orange, and so I have to switch every other time, it just takes a lot longer. But if you say orange, skip a space, or I tell children this so they don't forget, pink comes next, then orange, and put a dot. Pink comes next, then orange. Pink comes next, then orange. Pink comes next, then orange. I wonder if I have even numbers, because if I don't, I'm going to have to split one so it doesn't go pink, pink. Pink, orange, pink, orange. Oh, lucky me, it worked out perfectly. All right, so now I'm going to go in and color every other one with my oil pastel. Now, what would you use if you didn't have oil pastels on this project? Any coloring tool you have and want. Doesn't have to be an oil pastel. I just wanted to use each one differently each day this week, since this is our last week together. I hope you're going to come every day so that we can wind out the week, and I will tell you how much I've enjoyed having you here, and thank you for all your letters. And if you see me around town, now that a lot of us can take our masks off in places, and you can see me and say, hey, Miss Reid-Wright, it's me, and tell me your name, and we'll talk about what your favorite art was. And we'll say, oh, isn't summer great? And you'll get back to school and we'll do art again. I know your teachers are going to continue doing art all the way through to the end of the year, because they write to me on my Facebook page and send me your art, and I place it there and tell you all the good things that have happened. There's lots more coloring to do, and I will do that and be able to bring it back to you. Boys and girls, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow when we return.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun.